Want to speak real Korean from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at KoreanClass101.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hee. Welcome back to Korean Top Words. Let's say you just finished watching the Olympics closing ceremony, and where do you want to go next? For you, we've got top 5 cities to visit after the PyeongChang Olympics closing ceremony. Let's begin. Seoul. Seoul, the capital of South Korea. As you know, Seoul is the capital of South Korea. You can say Seoul to pronounce it correctly like a native Korean. I think some of you know the Korean song titled Gangnam Style, which we call Gangnam Style. Actually, Gangnam means literally the south of Han River. When you see the map of Seoul, you can see the Han River in the middle, and the north part of Seoul is called Gangbuk, which means the north side of the river, and Gangnam means the south side of the city, which literally means the south of the river, because the river goes through the city. So if you visit Gangnam area, you can also see the statue that looks like this for Gangnam Style song. So you can take a picture in front of the statue, even though I don't like that kind of statue too. And if you want to really enjoy the atmosphere, like dynamic atmosphere of South Koreans, you can also go to some places like Myeongdong, which is very well-known shopping district, and Hongdae, which you can find a lot of clubs and bars. When you go there, I recommend you to go there over the weekends because you can really feel the dynamic atmosphere of people in Hongdae area. In a sentence, you can say 서울은 조선시대부터 지금까지 한나라의 수도로서 600년의 역사를 갖고 있습니다. Seoul has been the capital of South Korea for about 600 years since the Joseon Dynasty period. Busan, the second largest city in South Korea. So when you see the map of South Korea, Seoul is here, like on the northwest part, and Busan is really on the opposite side. It might not easy to go straight to Busan from PyeongChang because there's no train, but you can go to Seoul. And if you have a couple of more days, you can take a KTX from Seoul to Busan easily. It will only take about 2.5 hours. Busan is very well known for its seafood because it's really located next to the sea. So if you're a fan of seafood, you can also visit Busan and enjoy the food. And for me, it seems Busan is more dynamic than Seoul, although Seoul is, dynamic enough. So if you want to see that kind of energy of the people, you can also visit Busan and meet some people and enjoy the culture. In a sentence, we can say 매년 열리는 부산 국제영화제는 부산의 대표적인 축제입니다. The Busan International Film Festival is the annual event in Busan. I think this festival is very well known. Like I can see it's becoming one of the top, something film festivals in the world and the biggest festival in Asia too. So you might not be able to get a chance to see this film festival during the Olympics, but if you get a chance to visit Busan again, I think you can get a chance to see the film festivals and meet a lot of popular celebrities. Incheon, the third largest city in South Korea. Incheon, the third largest city in South Korea. So Incheon is located really right next to Seoul. I think remember the biggest airport in South Korea. The name of that is Incheon Incheon Airport, because it's a part of the Incheon city. But it's very close to each other. So if you have any plan to visit Seoul, you can easily go to Incheon. One of my recommendations is to visit Incheon when you are on the way to the airport. You might have to go a little bit around, might not be able to use the airport train, but if you take a limousine bus, you'll be able to go to a city in Incheon, like Chinatown, and have some lunch there and go straight to the Incheon airport. And there's also an area called Songdo. Songdo is the island, man-made, and it's beautiful. You can see a lot of high-rise buildings and a park inside, which is called Central Park. So many people go there for picnic of the weekends. So you can also try to go there if you want to visit a different city than Seoul. In the sentence you can say 인천에는 한국의 유일한 차이나타운이 있는데 그곳에서는 독특한 한국식 중국 음식을 맛볼 수 있습니다. And in Incheon, you can find the only Chinatown in all of Korea where you can eat Korean Chinese cuisine. Even if it's the Chinese food, sometimes we change the taste and the flavor a little bit so that it can be liked by a lot of Korean people. So for example, there's a noodles called 짜장면, which is kind of we call it black noodle. When you try it in South Korea, it'll taste different than the one you try in China because for over 100 years, the taste has been changed so that Korean people like. So if you want to try some unique style of Chinese food, I think this is the place that you can visit to try. Taeju, the fourth largest city in South Korea. Taeju, the fourth largest city in South Korea. So Daegu used to be the city which has a lot of factories. So it's considered something like Detroit in the US. But now I can see many people go to Daegu just to enjoy the city too. It's very close to Gyeongju. The city has a very long history, so you can see a lot of historical sites. So if you are planning to visit the kind of historical places, I think you can go to Daegu and stay in the city and visit those small cities around Daegu and enjoy the city of Daegu itself too. So it'll only take about 2 hours from Seoul by KTX. You can easily go there. And Daegu also has its own international airport, so you can make an into Incheon and out from Daegu too. In a sentence, you can say 전 세계의 많은 사람들이 싼 가격에 최첨단의 의료 기술을 제공하는 대구를 방문합니다. Many people all over the world visit Daegu for its medical services that are reasonably priced and high-tech. Daejeon, the fifth largest city in South Korea. Daejeon, the fifth largest city in South Korea. And they have a big science complex in Daejeon too. So for me, the image of Daejeon is all go to something about science. But still, there are a lot of things to enjoy too. And one of them is hot spring. We call it 온천. So on means something like warm and 천 means water, stream. So it means hot water, hot spring. So if you're a big fan of hot spring, you can go to Daejeon and try some of the hot springs in the city. In the sentence, you can say 한국의 대전 유성구는 온천으로 유명합니다. 유성구 of Daejeon City in South Korea is known for its hot springs. Okay, we just checked out top 5 cities to visit after PyeongChang Olympics closing ceremonies. What is your impression about the Olympics? I hope you enjoyed the event, and I hope our videos also help you enjoy the event more. If you have any questions or feedback, let us know in a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and visit KoreanClass101.com. I'll see you in the next video. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. Okay, we've just, yeah.